Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a high-end foundation review, and I'm going to be reviewing the CoverFX Power Play Foundation. I went into Sephora the other day and I picked up this foundation. Initially I went in looking for the Huda Beauty foundation, but the entire shelf was sold out. When I tell you the whole shelf, I mean the lightest to the darkest shades gone. Initially I was a little bit bummed, and then I was like, you know what, it wasn't meant to be this time, so let me find something else. So I started going through my screenshots because, of course, no one walks into Sephora without knowing what they want. I picked up the shade G40, and the plus actually just means that basically it's more of a olivey undertone. It kind of increases that warmer undertone. All my foundations have been like clinging to my skin unless I put a shit ton of moisturizer on. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out and how this will be on my skin. I don't have earrings on and I look like a little boy. Because I do have dry skin, I am going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This has, I think halfway through the bottle. This has been a staple for me for probably the last 6 months. I'm only taking about this much because I did put a lot of moisturizer on, and it's already like 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a cute bottle. It's 1.18 fluid ounces, so I know that my other foundation that I've been using, the Wet n Wild foundation, this one is only 1 fluid ounce, so that's nice. Even though the bottles, honestly, it looks like there's more in this one than in this one, but I guess you can, I don't know. So I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand, and I took about that much. I'm trying to get my lighting situation together, so right now it's just natural light and it's partly cloudy, so the sun keeps going in and out, so I apologize. So anyways, I put about this much on my hand. It is, for it to be a matte foundation, I will say that it's very liquidy, so that's a good sign. It should be, you know, it's a matte foundation, but I don't necessarily want it to be super, like, thick. So I do have some blemishes going on this side, so we are going to be able to see. I see it just got super dark in here. I've seen people in other tutorials first like put it on their skin, do one side with a beauty blender, one side with a brush. I personally feel like a brush is going to give me better coverage, so I'm going to put it all on with the brush first. And because I feel like, is this the right shade? Because I feel like a brush sometimes can leave you a little streaky, I am going to go back in with a beauty sponge and blur the lines a little bit better. And I'm really pushing this into the skin because if you drag it, it is going to be streaky. I like on my forehead being super careful because I usually put my brows on before foundation, but today I didn't. So this is one layer of the foundation. I'm trying to get a better angle for you guys because the sun is trying to play me right now. So this is one layer of the foundation. I think it looks okay. Do I think it's covering the imperfections back here? For the most part, yes. After having this foundation on for a minute or two, I can definitely tell that the color is starting to blend right in with my actual complexion, and it definitely covered the imperfections that I had on this side of my face, like right back in here, and I think it looks really good. I didn't put any on the top of my eyes or any, you know, I don't have concealer on right now, but for the most part, I think it looks good. I feel like it might cling a little bit in here, but for the most part, it looks good to me. If I do take any extra, which, okay, I am taking extra, I literally just put this little tiny drop. I'm going to take my Morphe Beauty Sponge, and I want to, even though it's clinging in those dry patches around my nose, I want to put a little bit more foundation there because It's so weird. Those places I'm dry, but it'll be the first place I get oily. And the rest I'm just going to evenly distribute on my forehead because I don't feel like I got an amazing coverage on my forehead, but I also didn't put as much on my forehead as I did the bottom of my face. I am going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, and then I'm going to come back and let you guys know how I like it, how it looks, and give you guys an idea of how it looks once I'm done everything. Hey guys, so I finished all of my makeup, and I have to say, I think I have a new foundation. Aside from this side of my nose, I'm very, very dry on this side of my nose, so I'm a little tiny bit flaky on this side, but nothing like outrageous. This side, it's set really, really well, and I just like how it looks on the skin. It doesn't feel like I have a lot on, and it just looks great. Like, I am obsessed with this. Now, I do think for what, I think I paid like $44 for this. Do I think this is very small? Yes. Do I think that I used a lot for one like application? Absolutely. I feel like I used a lot for me to obtain the coverage that I wanted. I feel like I used a lot, and for it to be $44, that's a little hefty for me. So here you go. My dog will not stop running around. So I'm just gonna get a little bit closer so that you guys can see that it looks really good. Like, I don't know how good it's gonna pick up, but so I am actually getting ready to go to an engagement party, so I'm going to see how it wears, and I will come back tonight. That was my dog. I'm going to wear the foundation for the rest of the day. I think right now it's about 3:30, so I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day, probably maybe until like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It doesn't say on here how long it's supposed to last. It might say like somewhere on the website or on the Sephora website or something, but I didn't look into all of that. So I'm gonna wear it probably until about 9 or 9:30, and I will keep you guys updated. Hey you guys, so I am in the car, and I wanted to give you guys some footage of the foundation in regular daylight without any filter or anything like that. Not that my video earlier had filter, but I just wanted to give you guys a daytime look and give you, you know, what it would look like during the day in the car. I am on my way to the engagement party, and I am just realizing that I have no highlighter on. I am so obsessed with how this foundation is wearing that I completely forgot highlight. I started taking pictures, I, you know, got my outfit together. I did all that stuff and did not put a highlight on. That speaks volumes. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys pretty much what it looks like in natural daylight, like I already said before, so I'm gonna shut up now and show you my dog. Hey you guys, so I just wanted to check back in really quick and give you guys an update about how I feel about the foundation. I've had it on since about 2:30 this afternoon, and it is 9 o'clock now. I don't really see any of my oils peeking through, maybe a little bit on my chin, but I was talking a lot today and I also was eating. I give it a 9 out of 10. I really like the coverage of it. I really like that it stayed matte like it claimed to stay matte, and it really didn't make my skin feel like it couldn't move. And I even baked today under the eye, so for the most part I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10, and I think I might have a new favorite foundation. So let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.